Ladies and gentlemen, one of America's greatest gifts, the gift of abundant opportunities. I declare everyone in this room an opportuniac. You are an opportuniac. Opportunic. That comes from the Mensah dictionary. Now you're probably saying, what does that mean, Albert? This is what opportuniac means. A person such as you who takes advantage of opportunities. But where there are no opportunities, they just don't complain. They don't give up. They don't quit. They don't blame other people. They create their own. That's an opportuniac. I stood up here, ladies and gentlemen, and I told you my story. I saw a cinema with a whole village, and one guy said, I want to go live there. And everybody said, it's not possible. And I said, okay, I'll do my part. The universe will do its part, and I got a scholarship. 7.5 years ago, I worked for the phone company in Seattle, Washington. And I come home and I tell my wife, honey, I quit my job. Now, my wife, mind you, was a freshman when I met her. Best time to catch your wife, guys. When they're freshmen, I was a sophomore. So I think this lady knows me real well. So I come home and I say, honey, I quit my job. She said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to be a professional speaker. She said, have a seat. And guys, when your spouse calls you by your last name, you know it's bad news, right? He said, Mensah? I said, oh, here it comes. I have 3 reasons why you're not going to make it as a professional speaker. Go back to work. I said, what are the reasons? He said, 1, you're not from this country. I said, I know that. 2, you have an accent. I said, I'll be the first speaker with an accent then. He said, that brings me my 3rd point. No one in America will pay you a penny to listen to that accent. They can't even hardly hear you. Today, she says, honey, the only reason why you made it is because of your accent. You must continue to be an opportunity to survive in this ever-changing world that we live in. One guy, he came from Austria, and he walked straight to America, to Hollywood, and said, I want to be an actor. And they say, Arnold, come here, come here. Arnold, you are too stiff. And 2, you have this funny accent. You can't become an actor. He said, I'll be back. Then about 3 years ago, he came from nowhere and said, I want to be governor of California. I said, Arnold, come. First of all, you cannot become a governor of a state you can't even pronounce. It's not California. It's California. It's California. Today he says, change the rules so I can become president. Don't blink. Don't underestimate that man. That's courage. When everyone said it couldn't be done, and he said, okay, I'll prove you wrong. Today you got to pay me $30 million just to make me, so I can make a cinema. I don't even want to make a cinema anymore. I want to go to the top. And the second guy, most courageous guy I met, he lived in New York, moved straight to Seattle, and woke up one morning and turned his wife around and said, honey, I said, what? He said, I want to start a company. He said, company doing what? He said, I'm going to take a cup, and in the bottom will be a little bit of coffee. And in the middle will be some water. And on the top will be a lot of foam. And what are you going to do with it? I'm not done. And now I'm going to sell that cup for $5. And his wife said, Howard, you have lost your mind. Turn around and go back to sleep. He said, honey, I didn't tell you the best part. He said, what? I'm going to name the company Starbucks. Today, ladies and gentlemen, it is chic to go to Starbucks. This story is about this African carpenter. He's been building homes for 30 years. He's been building homes. The time has come for him to retire. And he comes to work ready to retire. He's in his office packing up his stuff. And then the phone rings. And he picks up the phone. Said, hello? His name is Ndunga. Said, this is Ndunga. He said, Ndunga, this is your boss. Jail. I need to see you in my office ASAP. So he hangs the phone, he goes to boss lady's office. He said, boss lady, you want to see me? She says, yes. I have some bad news and I have great news. He said, give me the bad news first. So the bad news is, I cannot let you retire today. So what you talking about, Willis? He said, then what's the great news? He said, the great news is last night we received a call to build the most expensive house that this company has ever built. And since you're my best man, I need you to stay and help build this house. But Ndunga, he didn't want to do it because he had lost the two most important things we all need to have with us every day. Passion. Bring passion back into your job, into your life. Just like the phase that you got this job that you hold. Remember, you were so passionate about it, you want to conquer everything. Bring that same passion back and enthusiasm. These two are buddies. Ndunga had lost it, but he didn't tell the boss. So boss Jill says, okay, I see you're hesitant, so I'll meet you halfway. Go and lay the foundation and you can leave. Because you're the best man and the foundation is the best part of the house. I need the best man to do that. And after that, you can go. He said, oh, yes, I can do that. So he left, and instead of laying the foundation, he built the whole house. But he didn't take his time. He rushed through it. He built a lousy house. He comes back to boss Jill. He said, boss lady, remember that house foundation you asked me to lay? I said, yes. You need more money? He said, no. I did you a favor. I said, what is that? He said, I built the whole house. He said, oh my goodness, thank you so much. He said, boss, can I retire now? He said, yes, by all means. But before you go, come with me so we can inspect this house. So on their way to the house, from the outside, they have doors, windows. From the outside, it looks like the house is really built. He said, did you do the inside? He said, yes, I did the inside. He said, let's go find out. So he goes to open it. The door is locked. He said, Ndunga, the door is locked. Do you have the key so we can get in? He said, keys. Yes, have the keys right here. He said, oh, then keep it. Because this house is the company's gift to you. What happened? He built a lousy house for who? For himself. And that is all we all are doing every day. And as credit managers, you're laying the foundation for our small business and the bigger business, whatever business you guys are extending credit to. You're laying the foundation for us so this country can continue to grow. Because without you, we don't have credit in Ghana. And you see where we are. We are third world. You're doing a wonderful job and you're laying the foundation for us. So please, keep doing a good job. It's not too late to make changes. Look at your blueprint. And you have changes you need to make them. For it's the only house you get to build. You've been a wonderful audience. I thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.